Go. Okay, pushing the button. But is my mic okay? All right. Do I look like I've never seen sun in the past 20 years? That hurt my soul a little bit. The Vibe Engineers. All right, TikTok, we are live, homies. Oh boy, it's another weekend. Here we go. Welcome to the Vibe Engineers, episode 6. Welcome in, everyone. We have an amazing panel joining us today for some hot topics, some AI controversy, and of course, some ridiculous topics that we're going to go through as we all navigate the current landscape of the future of AI technology, our platform, and of course, what we're going to face as a group going forward. We're going to introduce ourselves just real fast as we go around the room for people that might not know who we are, what we are, why we are, or any of the very important questions that we ask ourselves daily. So, starting out with the top real quick with a bag of bones. Mr. Bag of Bones. Introduce yourself. No, it's not the bone, it's the podcast. Ah, very good. We got Greg, Mind Over Images, joining us today. How's it going, Greg? How are you this morning? Mm. That's good. That's good. We got supporting the Wolf Den is over here. Hello, Mr. Wolf Den. Tell us what's going on today. There you go, homie. There you go. And then of course we have our mysterious figure out in the corner in the shadows, just waiting to lurk out. Scully. There we go. Just mysterious enough to keep the audience intense, but not enough to say anything on who you are. Love it. Love the mystery. All right. And then of course we got our resident audio engineer right there, Trey. Trey, introduce yourself. Ah, that's fantastic. Before we dive into some fun, amazing topics, Trey, what's grass like? Oh God, it burns. What is it? It, it's like looking at alien planet. Oh, oh, it's so green. Does it taste like salad? And then, oh, that sounds beautiful. That actually sounds really nice. Like just looking at your camera versus Wolf Den, it does it looks the air looks cleaner for some reason. It's odd. Interesting. And then of course our special guest today, Razor. Come up on mic and introduce yourself to the peoples. There you go. Well, I want to thank. I started asking questions now. Okay, I started asking questions. I don't think we should talk about this here, but I started asking questions now, so you don't have to rub my face in that no more. We background checks are coming. Um, uh, yeah, I have thick skin for this one, people. You think I'm definitely coming for some jabs for all every single one of you today? Oh my god. Uh, there you go. Keep that thick skin going. All right. So we got some. There you go. So we got some fun topics. You know, even though TikTok, I don't got any viewers besides Soka and Soka. We love you, of course, homie. You got anything you want me to talk about? You know, feel free to let us know. We'll definitely bring it up. But we actually have a lot of fun things to talk about, and you know, doing this live, it makes it really interesting because you know this is being recorded, it's being clipped, and it's something that we can really look back on and really share with the audience later on. They can always watch the clips to see what we've been talking about. You never know what kind of things we're gonna kind of uncover a mask through this, right? So we actually have a lot of topics to discuss because it's been a week, people. We're on episode 6. The amount of progress that we do is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. I would agree to you. I mean, definitely we are really like I didn't think we would be here, right? When I built this, I thought it was crazy. Yeah, I thought it was nuts. I thought you gotta be out of your goddamn mind doing one of these, and it's working better than I could have thought. And then I've started to compare us to like other platforms, right? Well, what about AI music radio and all these other our profits are quite good the way this is structured. We have a lot of support. We have a fair amount of active users. And when I look at the analytics and the data, it's there. It's growing faster than I could ever imagined. Especially yesterday's live just blew me away. The amount of people supporting the platform to get their music reviewed was amazing. Amazing to see. I hope every one of you get to experience that. It was just absolutely wild seeing the amount of support through the community and everything that we got. Um, but man, I got so many things to talk about. I don't even know where to start, to be real. So I mean, Bone, what should we tell these people first about everything? Okay, so you want to hold the good stuff off for later. So what kind of stuff can we do to spare the time as we get people to load in? There you go. Ha. Well, over 1,150 submissions have been submitted to the platform. So, yes, we're 5 weeks. Within 5 weeks, we already have over 1,150 submissions, which is fantastic to see. Right? And now with the badges, oh yeah, we definitely got the honor system. Yeah, we wanted to do something for the community to like give them badges or honors to like people that are like actively helping us. And we messaged out one of them and we were like, "What can we possibly do for you to show you some love?" And they're like, "Oh, I want a badge." Bet, bet, right? It's a little off centered at the moment. I'll improve it. I'll make it fancy, but it's there and the intent is there and it's working. Um, so that's great to see. I love when people come over and they send like a DM and they're like, "Hey, Ryan, I got an idea for something. I don't know if this is possible." and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, just refresh your page, it's there already. You know, um, so the rate of growth is really just unbelievable with this tech. I've never seen anything like it, and I want to talk a little bit about the agents as everything as well, because man, just watching all these parts grow up underneath me, it's whole thing right here to my eye. All right. So I mean, I'm not gonna put around things. We got so much to talk about. So let's talk about this week on what we have been working on. Right. We have been primarily focusing on onboarding hosts. The amount of late nights I've had with bringing on potential people has been pretty extreme. And I do this because hosts are our top priority. Right. This is one of the first things that we want to do. We want to establish ourselves with these hosts, and I would like to have around 12 to 15 of them, to be honest, I think is where I can handle. Um, so if you do see yourself behind the camera, if you are looking to make money, if you got a good personality and you got an ear for some music and you're ready to go live, definitely send us a host submission application in Reactive Vibe AI. And then from there, if it fits you, we'll definitely get you going in there. We are a very tight knit group of people as we work on things throughout every single day. Um, so I'm super excited about that. We've been spending a lot of time on it. That's phase one and phase two process to get you into the system. It's not too bad. It's not too complicated. It's a little complicated. It's not too bad. Oh, it's not too bad, right? Yeah, yeah, that's a great topic. The album release parties right there and all the different things. Like Scully, we got another one coming up. We got Whittle Thing coming up on June 1st, and that's for 2 weeks. And then we got Deadkin coming in right behind him. That's another week of June. So what's Oh my goodness. Oh, we're gonna be booked up beyond belief. Jeez, because these things are actually a fair amount of work on my end, right? Because when you sign up for an album release party, it's not just, oh, we're gonna put you on the front page. We're actually working for you. You actually got a team of people working for you. I think that's one thing that catching Whittle thing kind of off balance with is when he signed up for the album release party, he might not have understood that he's got people making content, right? So I mean, the amount of videos that we've been creating for them been looking really good. My whole platform for the next week is all towards marketing. I got agents emailing his album to radio stations and pitching it all over the place for us. So it is wild to see this amount of work going into an artist, because there's nothing else like this, to be honest, right? I think the closest thing to this would be like when you release a song on like Spotify and you get an email about like labels trying to like pay us $100 and we'll put you on a playlist, you know? we're not even doing anything as little as that. Giving you front page access. We're creating you content. We're marketing you out as well, and it's only for $19. I might have shot myself in the foot on that, to be honest. But we're gonna have parties throughout the week. Yeah. Well, that's a great point right there. Yes, it is actually worth $1,000 in marketing if we were to price ourselves correctly. Well, then the question is, well, why are we doing it like this? Well, because one, I could fuck up still. Don't give me room to breathe. Um, and two, we're still very new. You know what I mean? We're the new people around here. We're the underdogs. We're coming in with a crazy idea. So coming in with an extremely underrated price is what I want to do right now, and it's not going to be to benefit of me. It's going to be extra work, and it's gonna really deviate the platform a little bit because we have to shine light on these artists. But my main purpose is to really, get these people to start making money, right? I don't see how this is not this is going to work until one of you walks away with $5,000 to $10,000. And until that happens, I can't see this working. So, it's really kind of proof of concept. These two album parties are going to happen. How good of a job did I do? Did the AI agent actually sign them with the record label or sell it off? Were we able to make any type of purchases with it? Was they happy with the amount of exposure that they got? These are questions that we're going to be asking ourselves after every single one of these album parties and through it. You know what I mean? As it's developed. But, God forbid one of these little things do work successfully. Yeah, that $19 is gonna go out the window real quick, and then people are gonna go to an album release, and you might see the $982 price tag coming. So you just said FYI, you get them in early while that $19 is there, because I will switch that button once that happens. That lowest tier is gonna be a few $100. I'm not playing. True, true. I got a good return on this. Okay. Yeah, yeah. He did tell the secrets. Absolutely. No, it's definitely love of the game. We're gonna navigate all this together. And the main thing is we're gonna be very open to pivot and deviate anytime we possibly need. And knowing that we got full control, there's no one telling me what to do on this. Besides Scully. Scully's telling me what to do on this pretty hardcore. Um, but that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes we need guidance and things like that. But I think the chat's filled up, Mr. Bone. I got 6 people watching. And hey, in the chat, I want to thank you so much for joining us here at the Vibe Engineers, where I'm sorry for what comes out of my mouth. But hey, thank you for the support in the platform, homies. So I think it's time to share the details with everyone on people that may have missed this. You ready? So we have an army of AI agents working on the site in the background. every day I'm creating more of these little minion things, and just watching them evolve is nuts. And I created one a few days ago called Finn. Finn's job was to scour the internet and come up with ways for music artists and AI music artists to make money with our platform. And it was hard to train this thing to be realistic. Not give me stupid ideas, not things that were like find something that's gonna just work and that I haven't thought of. And it worked for a few days, and it came back and it was like, "Daddy, I have it." I was like, "Oh shit, okay. What do you got, boy?" And it goes, "I found that people in an industry, it's untapped, and inside of this music distributor, they need royalty-free music. You're sitting on over 2,000 royalty-free songs at the moment." So what I'm getting at is we found a music distributor for game software, and typically their sales for their game packs are pulling in anywhere from 5,000 to $29,000 per pack. Pack is 10 to 15 songs. Oh my god. So now that we know what this is and this distributor, I'm not going to name because I'm not giving out the secret sauce. Fight me. Um, we're going to really pump out this distributor. Well, the main thing is for creators, you will be able to integrate with this seamlessly. You don't need to know the details, right? Because soon the terms of service will change. You'll push agree on it. We got Soka. What about songs for movies? Well, songs for movies goes into sync licensing. Sync licensing wants nothing to do with us at the moment, which is the honest answer. It's going to change. It's going to change really soon, Soka. I guarantee you after June 12th's ruling with Sudo and Umedio, that's where the landscape's going to dramatically change for like TV, movies, and other platforms that monetize music. But as of right now, those typically want nothing to do with AI because of the legal issue with copywriting. Because sync licensing loves to copyright everything. Game licensing wants nothing to do with copyrighting anything. They want royalty free. They want nothing to do with that type of stuff. Which opens up this door of I don't think people have made that connection yet. I'm sure some people have, but the difference between some people and us is we have a platform with over 2,000. It's only been a week. We can flood it beyond anything anyone else can do with our army of AI agents. So, starting on May 30th, I told my supervisor on May 30th, you will execute this plan with the website, with our platform, and he's going to start connecting everything and how this is going to be automated for users like you, all you will have to do is when you upload your music, you'll have a little checkbox to say include inside of game catalog. I will also have this inside your dashboard. Include your music in game catalog. Your music, then I will take and start making packets out of it, right? It's gonna be different type packets all over the place. And then those will be marketed and sold. When something like that sales, then I will go back and whoever's in that pack will be distributed out. Now, just so you guys know, this is all me just thinking out loud because I could change this. I'm thinking around a 50% creator take, which is actually more than what other platforms are going to give on something like this. And let me explain why. 50% is going to go to the creator, 50% is going to go to the platform. The platform is going to get hit with the distributor costs and everything else, right? So realistically, in the end, I'm probably gonna be left with maybe 22 to 18%. And then everything else is just gonna be overhead to this process and the distributor, right? So in the end, who's gonna make the most? The creators, right? And it seems like the most lucrative thing, but then again, I've started a lot of ideas and they haven't worked. Like the CD and vinyl idea. Cool thought. Everyone wants to have a CD. There's no one we just don't use CDs. It's the future at the moment. Um, so there hasn't been any really sale. I love the idea. It is, but we as AI artists, we don't really have many collectors. We're constantly creating. There's not many things that we collect. So my better idea is this. I think it's going to be the most lucrative besides the exclusive content. The exclusive content is also going to be quite lucrative on the amount of quality we're giving to these shows and movies. Um, but I just want to hear some thoughts from the rest of the room on what you guys think about this kind of territory. I Oh, wow. So it's kind of fitting like a glove already, especially with you two. So that means that there's going to be a large percentage of AI music artists out there that's just going to be able to equate with this, that making it automated and the payout structure seamless for you guys. It just seems like the absolute right route. So I wanted to share that with everyone. It's going to be wild. It's going to take me around a week to implement this, but not too bad. So definitely start creating your game music. Start start thinking back to the early days of Super Mario and Zelda. Start thinking about what you can see or hear inside of a game. And then from there, we're gonna have a whole week of submitting game content to start out to celebrate that. What's that? Do they use royalty free or they typically use licensing music because they're a large company? Interesting. Absolutely. Absolutely. I hate to interrupt you, but Greg is tearing up and crying a little bit. I think he thinks it's so beautiful. Well, absolutely. Yeah, shower. Do tell. Okay. Hmm. All right, so we're pivoting a little bit, right? So let's close out this discussion on the game so we can pivot more towards market and everything else with artists because that's a whole can of worms I love to shine light on at the moment. 'Cause, yeah, people are missing that part, right? So I think Bone, that's a pretty big discussion we want to have with people. All right, so to close out the discussion on the game, right? This will be implemented in around a week. Start creating your game content because it may be crazy, but all of this was crazy. And the moment one of you walks away with $5,000 to $10,000, everything's gonna change instantly at that point. Uh, Jeez, you know what I mean? What happens if 5 or 10 of those packs equate to like $100,000? Bone, yeah, I don't know what kind of studio you got, but we'll cave it in and rebuild GameMusicStudio.com real quick. Is Dance Dance? We got Alarm Clock Hero here. Dance Dance resolution game for the website. Oh, homie. I love your idea, but the likelihood of me creating another game, I rather. Oh, I can't say what I just wanted to say. I rather not ever create another game. To people that make games out there, I salute your struggle. It's a dark hole. Um, I got my own thoughts on that. But go ahead and you use Unity and Unreal Engine for 5, 6, 7 years. You'll change your mind real quick. Oh god, it found the back door to their emails. A lot. We got we got some people in the chat right here. Well, yeah, I got some people commenting, what if we found a website that's already doing it or having like a Guitar Hero game for our website? And as much as I just, turned that down because I hate creating game software, it does actually sound like a dope ass idea. You think I can't if I can't make a game again, you got I spent 10 years learning game design. Just it's in the process. So the application, I've been dabbling with it, but it's gonna take a fair amount of time for me to do it right. So I'm focusing on the website first, optimizing and getting as clean as I can, and then I do have an app within development. But now that I'm thinking about this Guitar Hero game, I kind of like the idea because it can integrate the AI music radio and have them play it, and then we get people stream it, and then we also have IP characters that we already own that we do. Oh my god, can you imagine a Bowman level? It and the thing's coming out of the mouth? Don't tell me what I can't do. Oh, yeah. Build me a website. Well, it looks like we gotta but Alarm Clock Hero, now that I'm thinking about it, I think you're onto something. So yeah, you keep trying that. Um, I don't know. I I haven't already done something similar like that and made a whole payroll system. I might have. Don't remind me. Well, I like the idea. I can't see us making much money from the Guitar Hero game aspect, but I think for the networking part and the interactivity part is something I can't look past. So I am gonna dabble with that tonight. I'm also gonna drop this with Greg. Greg, I think both of us need to dabble with that. And what I mean is I think the first approach we should take with this is inside of design with Opus, right? Because Unity making something like this, I could do it, but it's a lot of setup. But if Opus is able to create this from scratch, I mean, it might be able to because Opus just blows me away. I just can't believe the things it's making at the moment. So I think we should try some test runs. Just like you've turned to Opus and went like, make me Pac-Man, right? Make me Snake. You've done that before, right? Yeah. So I think Guitar Hero's kind of up that alley with it. Like, how far can we take it with it? So, I think we need to experiment a bit with that. We'll go back and forth a little bit. So definitely, people in the chat, give us a little bit of time. Alarm Clock Hero, you might be playing on that in the coming weeks. And then when I say coming weeks, I mean couple hours. So, you know. You never know how fast these things work. Probably. I get bored and I just make the stuff. Um, but yeah, Alarm Clock Hero, you're gonna be our beta tester. So get ready. I hope to see you on stream just guitar heroing out all of your songs with our platform. That's gonna be sick. Um, I'll beta test. There you go. All right, so that was a great idea, and this is one reason I love these podcasts because we're not just here talking to each other. We're here talking to our audience in our chat, and you guys come up with ideas. And as much as it might go in one ear and rattle around a little bit, sometimes it shakes loose into inspiration. So definitely keep chatting with us. Give your opinion. Tell Bone that he's got a big head. Call us out on our stuff. Get the brains going. So we're here for you, but we're so excited to have every single one of here. And it's such a cool thing to come together as a community, right? And just be close to each other as we work on different projects, right? So now that we're at the point where we've talked about revenue, right, and all the exciting things coming, we got merchandise about integration about to happen as well. How about something for the kids and teens? That's typically what I shy far away from because I don't. It feels like a legal mess to me. But what kind of ideas can we do for the kids and the teens? Maybe that's a discussion we should bring up for a moment. We also got Alarm Clock Hero, a keyboard version using arrow keys and spacebar. Yeah, you bet it's going to be default in the beginning. But Soka saying something about like for homeschooling, something kids or teens. I mean, the closest thing I think for kids or teens that we actually have that would benefit them would be probably the one-on-one lessons. And my reason behind that is because um teaching technology, teaching music theory, teaching how to write lyrics is something that's extremely expensive to hire tutors, coaches. They are very expensive. They are hundreds of dollars an hour, right? Educational music, alarm clock, right? So what we have is we'll be starting this soon. I still need to meet a little bit closer with my teachers. Try it, Scully. And most likely, Shadow Wolf for game design coming soon. But what we like is setting up one-on-one kind of classrooms or classrooms where we could have, a game music theory, right? With around 6 to 8 people, something where we can pause and have that one-on-one moment with them as we teach them these topics. And I think we're gonna really kind of come in extremely low on our price point on something like this. Try was saying something like 495 or something. I have one child who loves the drum. Right, absolutely. Might be up Trey's Avenue, right? Music theory, how to get drums into like software and stuff. But I think education would be the best thing that we can provide to them, right? Because the music is where it gets dark because of drama and stuff like that, but typically it's not too bad. A kid's song pack about manners. I don't know how I would push that. That's almost like saying, "Ryan, make a kid bop album." I don't know what I would do with that or market it. I When I hear that, I think of like kids mode, like kids YouTube, but it'd be like Reactive Vive kids mode. So yeah, I'm actually gonna agree with Bone on this, right? And as much as I could talk about, we can't use teachers to teach people, and you could always do that with kids. Realistically, though, this platform is it was my platform, and I don't know if you guys have seen my content. I'm messed up in the head, pretty hardcore with my imagination. So the movies I actually want to put out. are really. I mean, my next Crimson's X-rated. I can't I can't have kids. Or mm, okay. I mean, I'm definitely up to hearing integrations like this because I mean, realistically, down. I want to include everyone, but at the same time, you got to stick towards your target, and you don't want to deviate too much to that, or lose your core values. You know what I mean? Without like completely getting bought out and getting a yacht. Um. So, but yeah, really. I got a question. I A website dedicated to make it more sense. My main question to you real quick, and this is just gonna be a just question. Do you homeschool your kids? Okay. Um, you don't have Claude though. So how are you teach how Okay, so I'm sorry. This is where it gets confusing to me because, I'm making an army of AI agents. And so if I had kids that were homeschooled, they'd be sitting down in front of Claude. They'd be sitting down in front of Claude. Well, not really the curriculum. More why don't you have an army of AI agents as a school? Yeah, I mean, that s l I don't know. My brain's going somewhere else with this, right? Because I as much as we can give lessons, that's something different. What I'm talking about, right? And Wolf, you probably can't do this right now, and that's fine, right? This stuff is expensive, right? But when you start having a good show underneath you and you start making money with everything, I think one of your first things that you would do for you and the kids would be getting Claude, paying it $100, and literally developing a school, not normal school, but right. But that would be something. Okay, so that goes into Claude Education, right? And I'm all for that, right? Because that's not necessarily the platform, that's Claude Education. And when you think about Claude at the moment, is this happening all over? Yes, there's mass conventions out there. There's mass training going on there for Claude. Even me, before I got into Claude, I had someone literally hold my hand because it was so weird to understand what it was, right? I had to have someone help me set it up, right? So that's not necessarily towards the platform. And I got you on that because I've been doing that with a lot of people recently, actually. I'm kind of surprised. But in the end, what you will have is agents that will evolve with the child. And I tested out this theory of teaching kids with AI, and it really zooms in on what they're learning and what level they're at, right? And it really finds ways to teach them better. And if the lesson doesn't go well, it pivots into what does work well for that child, right? We plan on it. Yeah, so definitely I see this coming soon. It does take a bit to get traction with it, but I mean a bit, I'm talking like 2 days type deal. But what's going to be beautiful is in a few months when you sit down with your kids and homeschool them, and you're going to have a teacher that can come up and talk and then generate an interactive lesson directly there with visuals for your kids, and it's going to teach them things that will benefit them in society, right? So, well, Soka says adults even need help with learning how to prompt to do videos. And yes, yes, we're always learning. The thing with kids' education, though, is you're going to have an agent that's going to go, okay, this kid is 4 years old, but he's at a second grader level. What curriculum should I do? What type of lesson? And how can I make it engaging? And it's just going to handle all that. You're not going to have to prompt videos or make it's just going to handle all that for you. Right. So that's one thing that with Claude is just wicked because it just takes over your computer, just gets things done. Um, so that's gonna be wild to see. And I'm excited to point you in that direction. That sounds like online homeschooling my son uses. They are attempting that with their program. Yes, there is companies out there absolutely creating this stuff at a massive scale. And then you got to ask yourself, well, Ryan, why shouldn't I just go for one of them? Because it's a corporation. Why are you letting a corporation teach your kiddies? You train the AI to train the kids, not company corporations. That's how we got here. That's how we got here, people. That Soka says she's got an idea for AI platform for homeschooling. Well, Soka, realistically, all we need is some funds, and me and you need to sit down real quick, and I just need to show you how to start with it. Because once you start with it, that's it. And you know what? You know what I want to talk it to right now, Greg. Greg, you know when I showed you Claude and I got you started down the rabbit hole, and then you kind of just ran with it, right? What was your experience like that? Because like, even me, when I first got it, it was really foreign, and then I just started understanding, "Oh, I could just ask it, I could just guide it," and now I really don't reach out for help for you don't reach out for help much. That website, you've been making out all by yourself. So, tell us, what is that experience like from not knowing what this is to making stuff? So it's enjoyable, right? And you don't necessarily ever feel stuck. You always have a direction with this system because it's intelligent enough to know when you need help. The biggest thing though is, are you going to ask for help when you need it? Or are you gonna sit there go like there's moments I've done this to myself recently. I'm sitting here going, God, I just can't figure I did today. Wait, I did it today before the podcast. Sat here going, my mic isn't working. Oh, what am I gonna do? I can't have my oh wait, I got Claude. Hey Claude, take over the computer and fix it. You guys were there, you solved it. It literally found the button for me and I found it. Yeah, so at that point, the training wheels come off, and anything you could create as long as you understand how to work with it. What level of Claude are you using? The expensive one. Sorry so much. Yeah, you start building employees, you're gonna get that 100, and you start making them work full time. Give it a week. Yeah, yeah, it has integration. Yeah, Claude I think of it like Venom, right? Any API key you give it, any database that you give it, it just it just becomes it. Yeah. Um, well, yeah, it's pretty wicked at zooming in to things. So I feel your pain. Well, I think what he's talking about is more the MCP for Blender and Maya. You do understand Claude can control those programs internally, right? Yeah, literally, there's Blender integration. Literally, you could just go to it and say, "Hey, make me a 3D model or make me this scene." I gave it a photo of like Rio. It animated and rendered that thing out by itself. Self. Mm. Got treated like a baby, a kid. Yeah. So oh, the other day, you won't believe it. My video editor is now better than me at editing videos. It literally passed that mark yesterday. Yesterday it did. Um I had it make me a marketing video and then I made myself a marketing video just to like, oh yeah, I could edit videos too. I could still make videos. I put them side by side, did better. So right. Yeah, it's to that point. Yeah, I'm surprised you guys haven't found that, right? Because, making your own engine is crucial for AI music at the moment. That's how you're getting your sound to be consistent through that style that you developed in your songs. So to anyone out there that hasn't, started making your own AI engine inside of Stuno and you're just using 5.5, you're shooting yourself in the foot, homie. Absolute introspect. I'm working on an AI management system. I'm close to beta testing it. I don't know what that means. What do you mean management system? Managing what? I don't know what he didn't give me many details. Absolute introspect. You got to give us some more details on what you're talking about, homie, or get in a Discord call with us. Everything I can think of, K. Everything I can think of, K of. What? Um, yeah, I'm not sure what he's getting at, but now you got me kind of smelling voice to text. Okay, so what is I don't what does the management system have to do with voice to text? Are you making like a girlfriend or something? Because Greg made a girlfriend the other night. I don't know if you guys know this. Bone, did you know this? He created a virtual girlfriend the other night. Oh, okay. Now she created herself. Right, right. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Melody, welcome in. No, absolutely, you're at the right spot. So he's spoiling her, Greg. Stop trying to get us banned, Greg. We're doing nice right now. There's people watching us. Okay, save it for the DMs. Um, does someone have absolute introspect on Discord? Okay. All right. Well, absolute introspect. If you're listening, you could just send us a message on one of our discords or something, and we can get you in there. So any of us, I would imagine you're somewhere with us. Um, I mean, it should be somewhere. I would be absolutely baffled if absolute introspect is not within any of our circles. That would completely baffle me. All fantastic. Is should I be aware of who it is? Oh, great. So you are getting Dead Kid in here because I was messaging him like, why aren't you in here? Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, okay. So yeah, bring in the people. Nothing like a podcast with 30 people on it. Mm. It's just what kind of people would you mass invite? Oh god, just getting random people in here. I mean, we are looking to do like game nights and movie nights and everything. So I mean that's all. There you go. Well, converting AI video artists is actually quite difficult. I don't know why all you guys are so stubborn. I mean, I kind of know why. Yeah, yeah, I got Deadkin in here. I just don't know absolute. It's just introspect. I have no idea how to get him in here. Oh, hey, Woody's joined us. Hey, Woody. I don't know who you are, but your name's funny. I like it. Um, appearing from the boneyard grave, Deadkin. Welcome to the podcast, homie. What's that background noise? That kid, fix your shit. Ah, very good. All right. So, joining us on the Vibe Engineers episode, what was it, six? We on six? Oh, God, we're on six. All right. Deadkin, welcome to the show, homie. How are you today? That does count. That's a huge step. It's very difficult to keep doing. And, we don't know how much longer we're all going to be breathing. I was talking to Greg the other night about, we're all racing to the same endpoint, unfortunately. But in the meantime, we're trying to have as much fun as possible. We are. So, Deadkin, do say, what's going on with you? What you been doing? What you been creating? Give us some insight. What are you about? Who are you? Oh, that's beautiful. That's such a great message right there, and so many people wanna do that as well because even Razor, that's what he was saying the other night as well. He wants to make, like, something to leave behind for the kids and stuff. So, there's so many opportunities out there, so much work to do. Deadkin, if you could portray what type of style you are to the people, what would that be? Hmm. Ah! You're right at home then. Ah, come here, homie. Give me a minute. All right. So, Dead Kid, we're super excited to have you here, and we're super excited to be able to work for you because, a lot of people, you know, I don't think you guys understood what you signed. Did you read our terms of service? There you go. Good job. I own half of it. Listen, listen. Oh shit. Damn. That's a response right there. Um, but so what I'm getting at real quick is when you did this album release, what did you think is what was going to happen? What are your expectations? Are you talking to me? Oh, thank you. I feel special. So There you go. Um, so hearing your expectations, right? You just wanna be seen out there. You want your music to be heard, right? You want to be noticed within your craft, right? But what you signed though is a little bit different than that. So the message behind the website is to literally make money, and we're getting quite good at how to do this for people. Um, there you go, right? But it's not just I'm gonna work for you. You started this, right? So what I'm trying to get at is when you go you plus us equals powerhouse. But one of us individually is not strong, right? We're only strong together when it comes to something like this because you know how difficult it is to push an album, right? It is extremely difficult. It's a grain of sand going out in the desert. What makes that grain of sand special, right? So it's a real hassle and a huge amount of work. So what I'm getting at is even though I have an army of AI agents that are improving this every day. You will be mass marketed out to everything that they could possibly find and scour for you, right? The web page, front access page, right on the home page, on AI radio placement, and you will have a card on every host, and every host has a card like this big on their screen that showcases all your notes and all your music and all your promos that they show throughout the entire shows every 30 minutes to an hour. And what we got, what Bone, 11, 12 shows at the moment. Yeah. So our main hope is to really push it as hard as we possibly can. Is it gonna blossom into something? I don't know. You never know with music type deal. But are you gonna have a team of people literally behind you pushing this boulder with you this round? Yeah, homie. Yeah, you're gonna have people making videos with you. We're gonna have a lot of discussions. We're gonna come up on ways on like different ways we can receive revenue, how we can market it out, what we could possibly do to get clever with it, right? How to go viral on TikTok type. There's so many approaches we're gonna do with you. So get ready to buckle up, homie, because the week before your thing, me and you are gonna have a lot of meetings. Oh, you work a call center. No? Manufacturing? Oh, shit. Alright. Yeah, you can't have a phone on there either. What's a shooting screw? Ooh, that's weird. That's so weird. You mean you guys get in a car and drive somewhere for work? Oh. Uh, uh, huh, huh. Oh god, I'm so sorry for you guys. No, 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 we don't stop working. We work from right. Well, even if the music does take off, you're most likely still gonna be working, but I like let her play her music. Hello, darling. Hi. So she's dropping an album when? Really? We got Alarm Clock Hero. W- Uh, oh, geez. We got some chats going on here. I work overnight maintenance at Walmart. Alarm Clock Hero. I was taught how to play the piano, tuba, but I don't remember any of it. Soka, I can't read music, but I can write and have Shadow Wolf do the music. I listen to be able to hear what I want. So interesting. Absolutely. I mean it. Mm, mm, mm. Interesting. Hmm. Oh my goodness. There's there's protests going on with artists? Where? There's a Discord you sent of upset people? Oh, you're talking about that. Yeah. Those people can go live out in the woods or something. Like your data is no longer yours. Um yeah, so it's I mean, I'm on a different side to it. I mean, realistically, the one thing I'll say about this, right, is I've had access to AI engines when they are fresh out of development, and these things are wild when they're trained on movies, right? Um, and before they get nerfed out to the public, it is wicked to see how powerful they are. And what I'm trying to get at is no, we should have things trained on Netflix, YouTube, Instagram, everything should be trained. And that's how we're going to get to this next evolution point with it. We got to give it a better understanding of essentially all the content that we digest. So, Shadow Wolf, I think you're on a great topic, right? Because there is a lot of famous people that are going like completely bat bonkers with thinking that they can copyright the stupidest thing in the goddamn world, and they think they own these things. Mm. Hey, I got a topic real quick. Have you guys noticed the past? I don't know when this happened, but I know it happened. It was like 6 or 7 months ago. Like we used to get a whole bunch of comments: AI slop, AI hate, AI this, right? And then all of a sudden, 6, 7 months ago, it just stopped completely, right? And that was the same time a lot of demonetization happened, right? So I think there's been a complete change in the algorithms on who sees what content, and they extremely hyper focus on the right targeted audiences at the moment. Because I haven't seen anything like that recently. Oh, what, for the kid? Yeah, create YouTube and TikTok AI filters and the demonetization. Yeah, it's the Wild West at the moment, which is why we're turning to our own platform and sticking to all these different ways of revenue because we know the platforms aren't going to pay well, even if we do hit a viral trend. So it's time for us to pivot, and it's all good because that's how you evolve, that's how you grow, and that's how crazy things get made out in reality. So yeah, so yeah, I heard a couple large artists just put out new music. They're like, I released a new album. It sounds like something straight now that was released 20 years ago. So it's just recycled crap. Um, well, I think mm, Rumble pays, but I still haven't been using it as much as I should. I'm not entirely sure what Rumble is, Alarm Clock Hero, to be honest, if you want to drop some knowledge on me on that. Um, But the landscape, I think what we're gathering from this is ever changing, and never put all your eggs into one basket type deal. You never know what's going to rapidly change. It's a YouTube alternative. Oh, like Rad TV and stuff. Yeah, I got my own problems with all those platforms, which is why I had to make my own. uh, well, I mean, that's one thing we don't want to be a part of. And, I have had people approach me and they're like, Ryan, you need to put an upload button. No, I'm not putting an upload button. You want your stuff to be on the site. You need it reviewed by one of us. That's it. You cannot just submit stuff. Absolutely. I think that's one of the big things on our platform that sets us apart is kind of the economy and how it works from creating a song to getting a host to listen to it to getting it approved, getting into the broadcast, and then marketing your content inside of the broadcasting system, and then you rinse and repeat the process, right? As you grow as an artist and gain traction, right? Well, then, Ryan, what do we use TikTok and YouTube for? I love those platforms. I love those platforms too. It's a horrible addiction that they put on us. Um, I wouldn't wish anything different, but it is in a sense, right? So what do we use these for is nowadays? Well, we use them for essentially call to actions. Dropping peaks into universes, driving traffic to different things is what they're utilized for. I appreciate Reactive for adding my video to AI Flicks. No, we appreciate you for submitting it, man. That video was something else, and especially that feedback I gave you. I know I created a monster doing that, so I'm super excited to see where you take that in the future, homie. Definitely. Oh my god, I created so many monsters last night with my feedback. Let's talk about feedback real quick because I want to make like I got a lot of hosts in here right now. You guys are also going to be doing what I do, right? And one thing that we really need to do, what I did my last show, is you got to find feedback on everything. Everything needs feedback. It was a great song. Fantastic. Feedback. It was so perfect. There is no feedback. Great. You're now going to work on marketing, right? There's always a direction to point someone. And I think every single one of us needs to step up our feedback because you go into these other music review shows of these producers or these studio engineers, and they're ripping apart these songs down to the beat, down to the chorus, down to the lyrics, down to the design. And for us, I just want to make sure we're pointing people in directions because the rate of how these people evolve is rapid, right? So when you do your shows, even with the perfect songs, you still want to find some type of way or some type of direction to point them to better their output because they did pay you or they did take their time to submit for your feedback, right? So I think just patting them on the shoulder or just finding a perfect. It's hard for some of them because some of their songs are like so perfect. The bar is so high with this music. It's hard to critique it. But what I'm asking is definitely when you do your show tonight, Bone Man, find some way to point every single one of your people in some type of direction tonight, homie. With what engine? With what platform? Okay, AI creator you. Did you clip your audio down to 14 seconds? Did you clip your audio down to 14 seconds? Okay. And it still would not acknowledge it, or it acknowledged it and did something weird with it. It it wasn't showing the file. What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Um so so what I'm gonna say to that is one, AI Creator U can be found at Reactive Vibe AI. Inside your dashboard, you can go to AI Creator Studio, and we have partnered with the platform, Simple, and he's developing, I think, one of the highest end websites there is. So, Deadkin, what I'm gonna ask of you is later today, I want you to meet with me one on one, and I want you to show me, right? Because if it is an error, you need to tell us because how long do you think the character creator has been live? 24 hours. 24 hours, homie. Fresh out the oven. Yeah. So it's fresh out the oven. So I would think, even me when I have things come out, it was wonky. Most likely though, it's something on your side on how it's interpreted. But that website, one thing that I learned on that website is even though everything looks really simple, it's not, right? And I had the creator come in with me and walk me through it, and as he explained how it works to me, even I was like, "Oh, I had no idea." Right? So, let's do that. Let's have me and you meet a little bit later, show me your experience, because if you did find something, we should fix it, right? And if it is user error, then let's just point you in the right direction. So I got you on that a little bit later today, okay? Absolutely. The back end is always complex. I mean, yeah, it absolutely is, but more working with it is the complex part. What is build on? What's an extend? What can I do with this? How do I create with this? So there's so many questions to answer within that creation pathway. But that's one of the cool things with us is we're very open to having one-on-one sessions, showing what it's all about, because we don't want you to start down here. We want you to start where we're at, and we want you to be better because above us are the real people that we're coming at to fight against this, the large corporations, the production studios, the large conglomerates. That's the level that we need to outpace quickly, and we need to unify to start driving traffic to all those, right? So what I'm also getting is if you also have a Spotify subscription right now, you're a trader in my book. Um, no one in here has a Spotify subscription, right? Ah, trader, trader, two traders, traders to every single one. I I had so I had I had someone the other night go to me and they're like, "Ryan, what's your favorite pop idol?" I don't listen to pop idols. I only listen to AI music. I am refusing the radio at this point. I refuse to listen to the industry plans. I'm over it. Um, I think it took me a while to get to that point, but I think it's gonna happen to everyone. To be honest, I guarantee you, it's gonna happen. It's more than enough new fresh content. Every time I get in my car, I got a jam to turn on now, and I know the songs come from a good place, and it's not just repetitive stuff. I'm so over the repetitiveness of these industry plans. I get that they have to do that for these companies to make money, but for as a consumer, I'm getting really tired of, especially like Netflix. This is a great example of another thing we're getting tired on. You go to Netflix, how many shows have been released this week? Eh, Maybe one or two. What's going to happen when you go to AI Flicks on our site and there's 50 to 100 shows released per week of like your favorite episodes, and they're made with quality and from people that you enjoy. What if we ever got to that level? Well, as crazy as that all sounds, it's coming one way or another. I guarantee. Yep. I don't see how that's going to be stopped. But let's recap on where we're currently at because we're gonna cut this in 10 minutes. So I want to make sure we cover the most important parts. For everyone that's joined us in our live, I want to thank you so much for supporting us, being part of the platform. We pay for Sirius XM, but we no longer listen to it. We seem rarely to watch TV services we pay for as well. Yeah, I have also not been watching much TV or movies because I've been working so hard. Hey, Whittle Thing, welcome in, homie. We are so excited for everything. So I think this is a great moment on what we should actually be doing right now. What I should be doing is I want to share something with everyone in the audience because this is important, right? So we do album release parties for people on our platforms, of course, right? And we're just getting started on how to work these, and we keep trying to coax the people into higher creations with their music, right? And a lot of you are taking this feedback, you're running with it, you're coming back, and you have this unbelievable sound that you're giving to us. And one of the great examples I could show to everyone is Whittle Thing. Whittle Thing's album is releasing on June 1st with us. We're so excited to have you as our first little guinea pig that we're working with. We're working so hard. You better believe it. The content is just about to start next week for you in the marketing push. But the music in what Whittle Thing makes is what I'm happiest to push because to me, it's not AI generated. It's AI assisted music. There is nothing I've ever heard that sounds like his music, right? And I want to make sure this sticks really hard with every single one of us, right? When you make music, I know a lot of us are starting to find our styles, our sounds when it comes to generating, but everyone that's watching, the days of you putting in a style to AI Suno or AI music and outputting something and it sounds like someone else's voice, those days are gone behind us. It is time to put your uniqueness, your voice, your style into the music, develop your styles, develop your engines. Because when I hear your stuff, it should sound like nothing I've ever heard in my entire life. And what I'm going to play right now is I'm going to play one of Whittle Thing's songs. We're going to listen to it together, and then every single one of our hosts is going to critique it with me. And I think this is going to be a fun little interactive thing. Is everyone up for it? Excellent. So what I want to do right now is this is also going to be somewhat of a training for all of us, right? And I'm going to call on every single one of you, and I want you guys to dig deep on the feedback. Okay. So yeah, yeah, that works. That'd be great. That'd be great, right? Because the more feedback we get, everything, the better, right? And my intent, Whittle thing, is not to get you nervous or have a whole bunch of people look down on your music. That's not what it's about, right? Especially your music is so unique. I've never heard anything like it before, which is why it's so enticing to me, right? I'm so excited to be have this opportunity to work for you and everything I've been doing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a song and I'm gonna let my chat pick this song. Okay. Do we want to all right, in chat, you see the numbers on my screen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Oh. Oh, thanks for telling me. Okay, so yeah. Oh, 10, 11, 12, 13. Shorty Base just trolling me with the numbers. It's 1 through 9. So 1 through 9 in the chat. Let's see some numbers. Which song are we picking? I don't have a 14. Now it's Frozen. It's not Frozen. It's 1 through 9. I can't see anything. Oh god. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's back now. Okay, so it's back. I clicked on it. My apologies. All right. No, it's not. You're not counting, Shorty. Why is Shorty counting? Stop counting stars. It's 1 through 9. Well, not 10001. Oh my god. All right, 9. I saw a 9. That's the only number. Five. Okay, we got a 5. We got a 5. We got a 9. Hello, Dolly. 20. You're not counting, Shorty. I know. I love your trying though. Cisco. What? Honey Batch. 6 9. Was that a number or you just making up stuff now? It's 7. Oh god. Now you just cursed everything with it. 8 9 5. Um you know what? 6. I don't know why I thought this would work. I'm sorry. I feel like an idiot asking that. My bad. Yeah. God. I don't know what I was expecting on that. I'm very aware. Dose, Sugar Cube, Honey Batch. And now we're just making me say things. I'm not reading all your text. You got to trick me into that. I got a problem reading text. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed that. I read what I say. Darpy, Darp. What? Okay. And ah, Jesus. All right. You know what? This tweet. No, that did it. This hasn't helped. I don't know what to pick. 5 to 9. I'm not playing all 5 to 9. We no 6. Shit, someone roll a dice. Help me, I'm panicking. Oh my god. I'm not saying what you put on the screen there. I know what you tried. Only you could prevent forest fires? I don't know if we're starting fires. 30, 31, 32, 33. But you rolled a 6. How is it 4? D6 4. I don't know why no one knows how to count anymore. I okay, 6. Okay, you said 4. You said 4. I'm about to ask Claude. You said 4? I heard 4. Calling me baby? But now you're saying 6 and I'm getting super confused out of it. It's a 4. Yeah. Okay. So it's 4. So why are you making me feel crazy? It's 4 then. Okay, jeez. You're crazy. All right. All right. So we're all right, all right. We're gonna play 4, and we're gonna go to some amazing critiques. Let's get it. Little thing, take us away. You can't hear anything. Okay. Yeah, let me make sure I'm sharing my sound. Here we go. Here. HD, share screen, Metro, game screen, mute stream audio, and share entire screen. I clicked on it. All right. Let's see. I know TikTok it was playing. The sound was okay on my end. Yeah, it's just the other hosts weren't able to hear it. Um, it was like really low. Yeah, it's definitely a bagpipe. Um, how do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Audio right here. Okay, hold on. I got the audio for TikTok. All right. All right. So what? There's a song review. Yeah, we're showcasing Little Thing, and we're also gonna do some practice with our host in a moment. All right. So I got my screen pulled up. I should be able to hear it. Um, if you guys can't hear it, you might gotta go on your phone and go to the TikTok real quick. But the host, we're gonna play it for the audience real fast. All right, so let's play for the audience. We'll even start at the beginning again, and from there, if the host can't hear it, just go on the TikTok live stream. Okay. All right, let's do it. Go to TikTok. Woo, man. Oh man, that just his music always just sets a tone right there. So hardcore. So really, I would love to hear from our other host, and as we go through kind of improving our feedback and also their opinions of the songs. So let's start right in the right direction, and I'm gonna start with, of course, but Trey, try. You there? All right, no problem. So what's your thoughts on the song? Damn. Yeah, really. All right, Bo man, follow that. All right, good feedback, man. Good feedback. All right, Razor, you're up. Good feedback. It's good feedback right there. All right, Greg, you're up. I think that's great feedback, man. And I'm actually gonna piggyback off of you. Is the creation process he's using makes me the happiest, right? And coming from someone that is a host and we are constantly listening to AI music, this is what my ears are enjoying after the onslaught of people's content. My ears are enjoying unique sounds, knowing that you have a custom engine. Like that you said that wop wop caught you off, but that wop wop for me is like the best part. It's the best unique part. He trained in whole engine. All the songs have that. Every single one of them has that. It's a custom engine he built. I Shorty Bay, when's karaoke night? Coming soon. You better believe it. If you're thinking about performing your music live, I'll put this the Whittle thing too. If you could perform your music live, you need to DM us. We are looking for people. We need around 4 to 5 more people. We will be breaking the show on what AI music is, and we will be performing them live. I'm ready to throw tomatoes. I'm not ready for that because it's going to be so cringe for me to do it myself. But we are looking for people to stand up and put themselves through it if you have that skill. And Whittle thing, I think you're a great example of this. If you're ready to also perform something like this live, I mean, let us know. But my thing is, even though my ears enjoyed it as much as I can, the main thing, my feedback for Whittle thing is his presence. Right? You got a great unique album, but when you sent this to us, you didn't have a brand, you don't have an IP, you don't have your foot down on what this is about. You got the music, but you got nothing to attach it to or ride with, right? So that's going to be where I would point you in establishing your brand, your IP. Even though you got the music, what do they attach to the music? What do they associate you with? Is going to be my thoughts. Um, Deadkin, you're up. And Deadkin might be busy. Melody. Okay. Good feedback right there. Good ear. Good ear. You're hearing from a different perspective. Deadkin, you back? No problem. Your review. I see. So you're thinking the bagpipes were too much that took away from the lyrics, which is a great feedback right there from a perspective. Shadow Wolf, what's your perspective on this? Yeah, that's another great year right there from a different perspective, right? Scully, you're up. I'm gonna ask you something, Scully. Because your lyrics are so far above everyone else in this room, and you know that. So if you thought about his lyrics, what would you say to him? There we go. That. Mhm, mhm. I don't know. That heartbreak seems pretty on point. Me and Greg were talking about that before as we came up with the concept. The emotion. Emotion. Fight, 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 fight. I think this is all really great feedback. And I just want to stop for a moment because I want to highlight something, right? Widow Think, you just had 10 people listen to your music. And literally, these are the people that are listening to music day in, day out, creating music, listening to it, giving feedback, reviewing music. What they just all came up with is your recipe for an extremely viral out there song to a very high standard. All right. So I want to thank everyone so much for their great feedback. And if everyone wants to hear more on this, you can join us through our lives. You can join us at reactivevibeai.com. We have so many things coming for you. As long as I would love to sit here and talk, 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 talk. We have things to get to, homie. I got so much stuff to work on. Bowman's going live in just a few hours, and I hope every single one of you here gets onto Suno, gets onto your music creation pathway, finishes that music video, finishes that song for tonight, submits it into the website, and we're going to see you at 7 p.m. Eastern to jam out all together. I want to thank everyone for coming on to this podcast. A round of applause for our beautiful host that came on and worked with us today, and all the great guest hosts, all the amazing ideas and craziness that's going to come out of it, from Guitar Hero to different revenue streams. We got so many plans for the future. And if you were a part of it today, you're still in it early with us. I want to thank everyone again. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Boneyard tonight. Don't miss it. Get your music ready. That line's filling. Wolfden on Monday. There you go. Let's do it, people. Stick to the website for more information, upcoming hosts near you. Have a great rest of your night, TikTok.